All right, friends, we now have to work with triangles. Now there's a lot of different types of triangles, but I want you to remember a few things. I'll write some notes in here to help us as we go. First thing out, what do you guys remember the area of the triangle? All right, back in middle school, that's right. Area equals 1/2 base times height. Now, I like rewriting it like this. Area equals base times height over 2. It just helps me with fractions and stuff later. It's not like the end of the world type thing that you have to know. But a few things you need to remember. Altitudes can be drawn a lot of different ways. Every side can be a base, but to remember the height, you'd have to change it, go to the highest point and draw it straight down. So remember that changes. Quick remember about right triangles. Remember, if you have a right triangle, your sides, your two legs, can be your base and your height, and it doesn't matter which one's which, they can switch around, but we really like that with right triangles. And there's also another type of triangle where you can use a different formula, and I have my advanced students use this the most. That's an equilateral triangle, and when you have an equilateral triangle, all the sides are the same, and so they're all S is what I use for mine. S, the sides the same. Some people use E for edge. And the area formula for equilateral triangles is side squared root 3 over 4. Now, every advanced student has to have this memorized. If you are a regular student in my regular geometry class, just know this is really easy. This just helps you later, but you don't have to have it memorized. The one you have to have memorized is one of those two, so make sure you know your formulas well. Now, the next thing they're asking you to do is find the area of each shaded region. Remember, the shaded regions, they always end up being a triangle here. But I want to make sure I know my bases well and my height well. The base has to be just the side length of a triangle. So from here to here, this ends up being your base. Well, notice that length isn't given. Or is it? Yeah, I can actually calculate it. Because they told me from here to here is 13. I've used up 9. What's left for the base? The base is just going to be 13 minus 9, which equals 4. So that's the length of the side. What's its height? If I go to the highest point of that triangle and I go straight down, that's the height. That's an altitude. The length and altitude gives you the height of a triangle. So this right here is your height. So I'm going to do my area formula, which is I'm going to go base times height over 2. I just plug it in. The base is 4. The height is 6. All over 2. Well, 4 times 6 is 24, divided by 2 is 12. That's 12 square units. Does everyone see how we got that? All right, let's try the next one. Once again, I have another triangle. And we're doing it for the shaded one again, and we're going to do it a little bit different. Again, if this is the triangle I'm looking for, I have to use one of the sides. Well, do I know those two sides? No. So that means this one has to be the base. Don't let this 5 confuse you. It's not part of the shaded triangle. So I go to the highest point and I go straight down. Oh, that means that has to be my height. So my area is base times height over 2. The base is 4. The height is 8. It's all over 2. So that's 32 divided by 2. That's 16 square units. Now, the next one, it didn't copy really well, unfortunately, the lengths and heights of things that we have. So I'm actually going to have to look at my notes kind of carefully so I can see the different ones that we have. But I want you to notice, if I divide this shape right here, I actually get 2 different triangles, okay? And in the diagram, from here to here, we know is 14. So that's going to be the base of this triangle. Now, this one's also a right angle, and that's really hard to see. So you're going to kind of have to trust me here. But I'm going to divide and conquer. The top one is going to be called triangle A, okay? And the bottom one here is going to be triangle B. All right, and we're going to be able to find the areas of each, and then we're going to add them together to get the area that's total. So, for triangle A, okay, which is right, on the top, this that you can't see, and this is because it just copied poorly here, is going to be 6, okay? The base is this side, so if I go the base is 14, my height goes straight down, that's 6. So the area of triangle A, so I'm going to put an A there, okay, is going to be base times height over 2. My base is 14, my height is 6, go over 2. 7 times 6 is going to be 42. Now, how did I get 7? 14 divided by 2 is 7. 7 times 6, 42 square units. Now, I need the area of B, the bottom one. Now, that's the cool thing. It's a right triangle. Remember, up above, I just told you the legs can be your base and the height. So here's a leg of 11. There's a leg of 14. So I go base times height over 2. The base is 14. The height is 11, or vice versa. And you're going to get 77 square units. Now, what's the area total? I can add them together because my area addition postulates sum of the parts equal the whole. So the area total, kind of like use it like this, equals 42 plus 77. Well, that's going to be 119 square units. All right, now we're going to do the same type of a scenario here with the area of triangle DEF, but notice they don't give you a diagram, so we're going to do it real quick. Okay, we're going to graph it out. Here is my values. Here's X, here's Y. First of all, D is at -1, -5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -1, -5. E is over here at 4, -5. So I go over here 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down -5. So there's E at 4, -5. So that's one side right here. And then F is at 4, 7. So I got to go up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gotta make sure I have this up right. So what I formed was this right triangle right here. Which side do you think I'm going to let be the base? You're right, this side. What's the length of it if it goes from -1 to a +4? I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, I didn't count right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your base is 5. How high do I go up? That should be a negative there. -5 to a +7. How high? Up 5, 7 more. You're right. The height is 12, because if I go to the top point and straight down, it's that side. It's the right triangle again. So the area is base times height over 2. The base is 5. The height is 12. We're going to get 30 square units. All right, hopefully this will get you started when you're working with these, and then maybe a little bit more in class. We'll do some more practice with these. Have a great day, friends.